How's everyone doing? I can't hear you back there. Are you guys ready for a challenge? I love you too. Last night I couldn't sleep. And it's not because of the normal reason why I can't sleep. It was because you guys were all screaming on every elevator and every floor. I could hear you outside my window. I feel like I'm getting old, you know. I think I went to sleep at about 12 o'clock at night, and 1 o'clock I heard a little bit of cheers. 2 o'clock I heard some more. 3 o'clock some more. And I just had got some sleep. And at 4 o'clock in the morning you woke me up. But it wasn't you this time. It was a dream that I had. I woke up last night and I had a dream. I don't know what it was. You ever have one of those awakenings where you can't really put it together right away, but you know you thought something special, something that you wanted to hold inside for a bit and then maybe share a little later? I had a dream last night about the expression on a person's face, about a smile of poise. You know that smile when you've just achieved something that you've set your mind to, whether it be small or little. That smile of poise that you have when you just know, even though the people around you don't, that you're going to make it happen no matter what. That smile of poise that gives you an element of truth that only you have. While others are talking, your truth is in silence. Because your truth comes from that smile of poise when you're looking the man in the mirror. I kept thinking about that smile because this weekend we smiled a lot. But I kept thinking about it because I wasn't really focused on what we had done this weekend. I was focused on where we're going. So I wrote something for you. You're going to have to bear with me because I'm going to read it from the page. A critic silenced by a man inspired. The wrong intentions uprooted by the right. The beginnings of reinvention heard in the silence of her thoughts. The smile of poise. The realization that your destiny is your journey. She embraces her fear as he embraces his. At the very end of this event, not a second earlier, or at the moment her head hits the pillow, tonight, when you wake up in the morning, back on challenge, looking at that man in the mirror, when you get frustrated for the very last time with yourself, that smile of poise, that man inspired, that critic silenced, that man in the mirror will be you. You will first think differently because your thoughts seed actions. Your actions will harvest a new life for you and your family. They will whisper, they will gossip, but their whispers will be silenced by that man in the mirror. That smile of poise. That smile of poise can shift society. We'll go from a society built on no responsibility to a society built on single responsibility. You and only you can lead that woman in the mirror. The culture of our society today is one of entitlement, and it's going to change because of you to a culture of challenge. A simple message will have more impact in this day and age than any political rhetoric that you're about to be exposed to. And we all know it's going to be deafening. But that message, that smile of poise, that man in the mirror will be a message heard around the world That message is not ViSalus. It's not the challenge. It's not our products. It's not our science. It's not me. It's not this speech. It's you. It's your embracing the challenge of life and taking responsibility with each season for your family. It's for you, young men in the audience, standing up against the shame, the apathy, and the grief that us young men feel because we're absent of a father these days. It's you, the single mother, saying that you're going to be somebody for your son to lead and to follow. It's you, the family member in the way back of the audience that didn't know what they were coming to, that goes back home and tells the world about their challenge and about the challenge. It's you adjusting and reinventing, working hard on your knees in prayer, day in and day out, as you embark on a destination unknown, a journey that'll last the rest of your life. A journey to change the world. We're going to go from a generation of entitlement, marked by the books of history, to a generation of challengers, a renaissance in humanity. And it's going to start with you looking at that man in the mirror, that woman in the mirror, that child in the mirror, and taking responsibility and taking action for the thoughts in your head and taking action to change them, taking action to change your family, taking action to build your legacy, taking action with that smile of poise, that new confidence that you're going to get here from this weekend. You're going to change the world. And they're going to think you're crazy for saying that. But you know you are. A generation from now, a young mother is going to be teaching her child about a renaissance that hit humanity. About a shift from an age that seemed so dark to a renaissance where individuals took responsibility for their health, for their life, for their family, and they quit asking society, what's in it for me? And they started contributing back to it. They will describe you, way back there. The last person in this morning, they're going to describe you as one of those challengers that changed the world. The pages of history will read about a tectonic shift, a populational renaissance that occurred in the year 2012, started by the date of July 14th, a Saturday in a city called Miami, where a group of challengers gathered in a stadium to change the world and spawn stadiums upon stadiums upon stadiums to do the same. At an event called Vitality. Because of this group of people, the future will refer to that time and place, that date and time, as a date that forever changed society as we know it. Because of those challengers, those people that smile different, that have that smile of poise. Will you be there? I hope so, because we need you there. Your family needs you there. Your community needs you there. The world needs you there. I need you there. And I need you committed to be there. If you believe in what you've heard this weekend, and it's not over yet, I need you to think, is it possible to change the world just by taking action? I think it is. Is it possible to change the world by taking responsibility for my health? It is. Is it possible to change the world by being a role model for my children? And perhaps some children in my community that don't have any role models? Is it possible? My story is one of such. And I just spent a few minutes ago with a single mother who shared with me the story about how her son was struggling because of the loss of his father, and how she was worried about him. And as I often do, I said, because I felt a connection to that mother, because of my own connection with my mother, I said, I tell you what, I'll meet with him under one condition, that one day he pays it forward and meets with some others that need his service.